Hello, this is Spencer with COS Systems. Today I'm going to be going through auto provisioning with COS Business Engine and Nokia Altiplano. As you can see here, I have Business Engine on my left and Nokia Altiplano on my right. This is an order awaiting activation in Business Engine. You can see that connection is required and it's awaiting a deliverable object. So currently it's in deployment. There's no O&T in place, and that's what we're going to be going through today. What happens when an O&T is installed, and when you can see the O&T intent to be applied, as well as the service template. So we'll be going through those different steps. So we have an active work order on this order, and we'll jump right into the installer portal to see how that looks for the installer out in the field. So if I jump over here, and I can scroll down to the appropriate work order, the one that we are looking at, which is right here. And we can see a little bit more information. If there's any other integrations with the mapping programs and that sort of thing, like in Vetro, you can have that here, as well as any other external information that might come through. Orders, you can see which order the customer has ordered right here. And we'll scroll down and proceed with the O&T installation. Of course, it's a very basic installation with only 2 steps. You can have however many you like based on different templates and how your different workflows are. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and initiate the work. I can either scan the O&T. In this case, I'm going to input this O&T. Before I complete this task and install that O&T, I just want to show you that that O&T does not yet exist in Nokia Altiplano. So when we connect it, it'll be registered in both systems and pass through. Or in this way, what we'll do is we'll connect it, and then it'll create that O&T intent for this location as well. So we'll go ahead and click proceed, and you'll see that O&T show up here in a second. So what we'll do is we'll jump back to the work order and show that now we can actually see technical information for that O&T. So if we wait another second, if we go ahead and fetch that information, this is fetching information directly from Nokia Altiplano. We can see that there's an O&T intent created for this this O&T right here. So if I go over to Altiplano, refresh the screen, what we'll find is, let's go see, and it's 84 there on this PON port. And we have that O&T right there. So go ahead and click on that O&T. We'll go ahead and look at intents. As you can see, there's no active alarms there, no active alarms here. Click on intents and see what else we can see there. Jump into this O&T. And right now there's no L2 user. If I click on dependent intents, there's no service, no active service on this O&T currently. And that's what we're going to be going through now. So if I scroll down, we can go ahead and proceed. And I can go ahead and initiate work. Once I complete this step, what will actually happen is this will start the provisioning process. I'm just going to complete this. And of course, on the field, this could have different steps, different instructions. We'll jump back into the system and refresh this order right here and see what is going on. So provisioning usually takes anywhere from 30 seconds to maybe a minute and a half. Here we can see that this order is awaiting activation. We can reboot. We can see diagnostics for this O&T that we just installed. So if I click on diagnostics, I can see all that diagnostic information directly from Altiplano here. Fetch from Altiplano. If there's any active alarms, so it's still waiting on that provisioning process. It's actually waiting activation. The next step in the process is awaiting provisioning. So we'll take another second. But if we look at the order history, we can see when things occurred. And we'll go ahead and look at provisioning, but I think it should be there about now. Now it's awaiting provisioning. So what happens now is it'll create a network contract, send over the correct template, etc. So now I can see apply the correct template. There's no errors, and it actually, if I refresh it here, you'll be able to see the L2 user. If I refresh it here as well, you'll see that this order is now activated. So now this order is now active, and you have L2 user there, and I can go ahead and click on it and see if we got the right template. So here you see the user service profile, 100M, 100M, and I can go ahead and see that here. This was the 100 megabit service, and I can see the L2 user here. With the technical information here, this can be a lot more things showed depending on how you have it set up. But that's what I wanted to show you today. I can also, if I wanted to, I can terminate, cancel this order in a future time and automatically cancel that. I can go ahead as well and just force terminate it for now. And that will terminate it directly and remove that that profile, that L2 user from that ONT. So if I go ahead and look at diagnostics again, like I said, it might take another 30 seconds, but you see there's no L2 user on this ONT. So if I refresh it over here, no dependent intents here, and server is canceled. So easily, and the customer could easily upgrade, downgrade in the marketplace, or a service provider can go in and add a new service, and the provisioning will happen automatically. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, happy to jump on a call.